Hey friends, this year I decided to explore the beautiful country of Georgia, where I've been living for 6 months. You know what's been the most valuable part of this experience for me? The chance to go hiking and discover so many new places. I've tried to go on a different hike almost every weekend, and honestly it feels like there is an endless number of trails to explore. Today I want to show you one of my absolute favorite hikes. Let's go! So today I'm going on a hike to a place in Georgia. It's called Gareji. I have never been there before. It's like a mountainous area where you can see hills made of clay, and it's supposed to look like Mars. So we've just made a stop on the way. It's a really pretty region with beautiful landscapes. You can see this lake in the background. It's almost dried out, but still really pretty. Since it was fall, the roads were full of sheep coming down from the mountains after summer. It was so cute to see them everywhere. We made this little stop. It's an interesting place in the middle of nowhere. There is this village, and supposedly there are no villages kilometers away. It's really tiny. And one Polish guy came here 10 years ago and he really liked this place. He built this hotel area and also a restaurant. I think it's so cool. We're gonna come back here in the evening to have dinner. We have finally arrived to our destination for hiking. It's really pretty here. Well, it took us about 2 hours to drive here from Tbilisi. Now we will just walk here for like 3 or 4 hours. So here we can find snakes, turtles and wild cats. I don't know if we'll see any of them. The place we visited is called the Gareji semi-desert, near the famous David Gareja Monastery, located in eastern Georgia. Of course, we started with some hiking. Even though it was super hot, the scenery was absolutely breathtaking. The colorful hills, the peacefulness, and the feeling of being on another planet. It kinda looked like Mars. Walking here is quite relaxing. It's so quiet, but a little bit hot, to be honest. There is no one here apart from our group. All the people I can see are up in this mountain because there is a monastery there and there are groups of tourists coming to see it. But here no one is hiking, and apparently these pretty hills were formed because of the earthquake. We can see these colors. There are layers of salt, clay and something else, so that's why they look so colorful. And this area is next to the border with Azerbaijan. After our hike, we will go to this monastery. In the background you can see. It was built in the 16th century and it's still standing here right on the border with Azerbaijan. Apparently on the other side of the hill there is the second part of this monastery, but now you can't really cross the border. Now we will go there just because it's a thing that you have to see if you've come here. All the Georgian people who come here, they actually go only for this monastery. David Gareja is a medieval cave monastery, home to 18 Orthodox churches spread across the semi-desert. The monastery complex dates back to the 4th century, when it was founded by one of the Assyrian fathers, David. He settled in a small natural cave, and that's where it all began. Over time, the monastery grew and expanded, with hundreds of caves carved into the cliffs. Despite surviving centuries of destruction, the monastery remains an important spiritual site and a stunning place to explore. Walking around this peaceful historic spot was truly unforgettable. You know, I've noticed that all these monasteries in Georgia that are situated in the mountains, they're in such picturesque locations. I know that they actually built these monasteries in such a remote place just because they wanted to be safe from the people who were Muslim and from other religions. But at the same time, maybe there was a purpose why they picked such a beautiful spot. You feel like connected to nature and to the universe or the world, whatever, to God. Yeah, this is a really, really beautiful place and it's so peaceful here.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I.
Such a nice evening. Now we're gonna have the Georgian dinner. Turned out, I don't know where I got it from, but I thought that in this restaurant there would be Polish cuisine. But even though the founder is Polish, all the cuisine is Georgian. But still, it's really nice, you know, Georgian food is really delicious. So I'm gonna have a very delicious Georgian soup and a salad and the Georgian lemonade. Yeah, so it's gonna be really nice. And now the weather is just perfect. It's not too hot anymore. And it's such a quiet village. Yeah, so here there is a hotel. Looks really cool. Because of the sun it's hard to see, but I think it's a nice place to spend a night at least. And there is a village with cows and pigs and dogs lying around. Yeah, looks really interesting. And that's the place where we're gonna have dinner.
Heavy breathing, stay insane. Grab my hand.
Wow.
Everything is great inside this narrow maze.
Что это? Что это? Ну-ка, покажи, покажи, покажи. Кс-кс-кс-кс. Птичка. Wow, it's such a nice evening and the sunset is so beautiful. The dinner was great and now we will go back to Tbilisi. It's really sad because the evening was so nice and I really like this area of Georgia. It's been a really nice trip and here we were just sitting outside and eating and talking. It was just perfect with these fields around and the cows, the sheep and the dogs.
Они будут от тебя разбегаться 100%. Огибай.
Больше не наберем.
Не, все.
Сейчас тебе собаки вон.
Да, собаки, аккуратно, аккуратно.
Собаки.
Блин, тут серьезная такая процессия, лучше не вмешиваться.